For this session, I wrote 30 words. For this session, I wrote 62 words. For this session, I wrote 49 words. For this session, I wrote 36 words. Yesterday, Sunday, my husband and I watched a movie theater screening of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So in that excitement, I did not film yesterday and I'm filming today, which is Monday. I have never seen a Star Wars movie in theaters before. I've always seen it just on a home television or a laptop screen, and that was such an enjoyable experience. I can hardly believe that it is the 20th anniversary of that movie. Moving on to some writing updates. This season has been a pretty challenging pass of writing given my congestion that I've been struggling with, but I have been steadily on the mend and things are looking up. A little bit of context, I have been battling this chronic sinus infection since August of last year when I was exposed to black mold. And at first I was trying to heal naturally to let my body take care of it on its own, but then it compounded into something just so extreme with the turn of the seasons, with my polar plunge in January. And finally I had to resort to some OTC help, and I have been on the mend since. Because we live in such a world, disclaimer, this is not medical advice. This is just my own personal decisions and how I'm managing myself and my body. But when it comes to managing my personal health, I generally try to start off with the homeopathic, holistic, natural methods first before advancing to any medicinal support. And starting off that way can really prolong the duration of an illness, if I'm being upfront, but I am stubborn in that area. And ever since leaving healthcare, it has been a personal passion of mine to at least try the natural ways first and to tune into my body that way, even if it has me struggling a bit longer than I might otherwise be if I sought medicinal interventions up front. Despite the prolonged duration of my sinus situation, which has made writing and reading quite difficult, I have no regrets in at least attempting to try to heal naturally, even though it has been a great and tremendous pain in my life, because it has taught me to reconfigure my life in ways that I would not otherwise have. For example, having an eighth of the energy that I would normally have, I prioritize my activities differently, and this has led to a lot of interesting turns of life. It has really concentrated my values even more. It has deepened my appreciation for negative space in life, the downtimes, the quiet, the rest and repose. It has showed me new pathways for taking care of myself on another level, such as spending time in breath and body work, stretching, foam rolling, all that tedious stuff that we usually allot maybe 10 to 15 minutes a week, if that. And it has taught me that life doesn't have to be busy to be fulfilling, which I am most grateful to have learned. In the 8 months I have been ill, I have slowed down tremendously. I have scaled down a lot in my life, and though those were very difficult changes and changes that were made in light of the lack of energy I had, it has given me a renewed understanding for what living is. Let's talk about some new books in my collection. First up, we have Leon Trotsky's The History of the Russian Revolution. This is the unabridged 3 volumes in 1 version. Next, we have A World Lit Only by Fire, The Medieval Mind and the Renaissance by William Manchester. The Women's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets. This isn't actually the cover I ordered, but I don't mind this version that I got. Travels in Siberia by Ian Fraser. Immanuel Kant's Critique of Pure Reason. This is the version translated by Norman Kemp Smith. I also got the Penguin Classics translation. This is the one done by Marcus Weigelt. I also picked up a 3rd translation. I believe this is the one done by Everyman Library. I can't remember the name of the translator at the top of my head, but I picked up 3 translations because Kant is notoriously a difficult read, and I wanted to reference between the 3 versions to help me get a better understanding of some more difficult passages. Russian Thinkers by Isaiah Berlin. Ayn Rand, The Voice of Reason, Essays in Objectivist Thought. Mary Midgley's Beast and Man. The Cambridge Companion to the classic Russian novel. The Cambridge Companion to modern Russian culture. A History of Russian Literature by D.S. Mirsky. And then Zohar, the Book of Enlightenment. And then the last bundle, I got a lot of 6 books, but one was a repeat in my collection, so I'm not going to show it here. But I got Ayn Rand, We the Living, Anthem, The Virtue of Selfishness, Philosophy, Who Needs It, and The Romantic Manifesto. That is it for this vlog, and I will see you in the next one.